How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst, and today we are bringing you the heavily requested 3-5-2 live walkthrough. I have been testing some different formations, trying some different stuff, just trying to see what works against other different formations and whatnot in FUT Champs. Obviously, at the minute, the 5 at the back is really strong and the 4-3-1-2. So I just kind of wanted to come up with something to start the game with, which can actually catch a lot of people off guard. And that is, the kind of 3 at the back, the 3-5-2 that we are going to go ahead and use. So we're going to break it down for you, show you exactly what tactics we've got set up, kind of what we're using and the reasons being. If you want the full custom tactics and game plans for everything that I've run, I did a video on that in last weekend. You're more than welcome to have a look at that if that suits you. If you enjoyed the video, if you find it enjoyable, if you find it helps, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Remember, if you want to have your sneak, use code FIFA Analyst at checkout. We stream over on twitch.tv/FIFA Analyst. So, the 3-5-2. I have gone and tweaked this, and I'm still kind of working on kind of what works for me. And it does depend on your backline and how you want to play this, right? You can be aggressive. I was originally trialing the 6th and the 7th depth to kind of see what worked in terms of the sense of the auto offside trap. The defense that I've got is PK, Navas, and Koundé. Not the greatest in filling that role, if I'm honest with you. I don't like how Koundé and Navas are weak and how PK isn't the quickest. I feel like running that for me is a pretty much a danger. So I'm not going to run higher than what I'm running at the minute in the depth, but I don't want to be too deep that I invite a lot of pressure. I was originally running balanced on the defensive style. I tried press on heavy touch. I didn't feel like press on heavy touch was doing enough for me in the 3 at the back. I want to play this formation in a way where I have the ball and have plenty of options, and it's really difficult for the opponent to find a way out that I can constantly box them in without trying to leave myself too open. The 3 at the back is a lot more open than the 5 at the back, so you do need to be careful on the counter. You may want to go for balance dependent on your playstyle here, and you may sit here and go, Analyst, why would I use the 3 at the back? It's dangerous, it's risky. You're absolutely right. It is a high risk, high reward formation. If you get something wrong, you're going to be in trouble. The right centre back, left centre back is going to have to come out and cover. There's going to be a gaping hole in the middle. If they've got a through ball, they beat through your centre defensive mid, you can use your one centre back to come out and be aggressive and hope that you've got the 2 other centre backs to track those runs. So it can work like that. Now, this is the one which I've been tweaking constantly, and I keep going back and forth and changing things. I started off with long ball. Long ball is really strong this year. Through balls are really, really OP. I personally don't look for too many through balls. I like to try and play football. I know, crazy, right? I try to play football. Using long ball takes that away a little bit. They're constantly running in behind. Sometimes I just want the short ball. I don't get it, and I lose the ball, and then, I get transitioned on and hook caught on the counter. I did use fast build-up. It drained stamina too much, along with a press on possession loss. Too many men went forward. I didn't really get the simple passes. I didn't like it. I tried possession. Possession works well, but it can also be very stale. So I thought balanced is what suits everything here. Now, I did go for a fairly high width, and I did originally start with balanced players in box, and I moved it up to 8. I felt like I wasn't getting the cam, the centre defensive mid, the left mid, and the right mid into, the final third, into the box enough. I found they were doing that too much, leaving me open on the counter. So at the minute, we're sat on 6. So fairly neutral, but not too heavy. How do I have it lined up in game? I have it like this, with Coutinho sat in the cam, Isaac, right striker, Carrasco, left striker, Marcelo and Fekir on the wings, Vazquez and Acuna in the middle. Vazquez, by the way, unbelievable card. How do I have my strikers? Now, I have Carrasco on balance and stay forward. You could go get him behind here if you wanted to, especially if you've got like an Mbappe or Rashford, someone with that pace and the ability to beat the man. Originally, I had Coutinho up front, but I've been set on balance at the minute for me. I have Isaac on target man and stay forward. No particular reason why he's on that target man. It is purely just for the player that he is. If you haven't got Isaac, you can leave him on balance or get him behind, your choice. If you have got Isaac, feel free to put him on the target man as well. What does the target man do? He shows for the ball in behind. He shows for the ball up into the air and kind of puts himself around, which is quite useful. In the centre attacking mid role, I have him on stay forward. The 3-5-2 has a big issue with players rotating the right mid, going into right centre defensive mid, the cam swapping with a centre mid, everything. Stay forward kind of stops that as much, so I have him on that. On the wingers, I originally had these on getting behind. I didn't like it because I felt like if I had the ball, my left centre-back or right centre-back, I didn't have that easy pass out. They were constantly looking in behind, and I didn't always want to play that through ball. If you want that running behind, tap the LB button, tap the L1 button to trigger the run of the left mid and right mid, and then you can play that in behind. I now have them on stay wide and get into the box across. I want them to get into the box across if the ball is on the opposite side of the pitch, but I also want them to get the chalk on the touchline, on the touchline basically. I want them to be width. I want them to really drag the opponent's team out, leaving me more space in the middle for Coutinho, Acuna, Vasquez, Isaac, and Carrasco to do their thing. The one CDM, which is my more attacking CDM, is on cut passing lanes, cover centre, and balanced, allowing him to make runs through the middle and past the strikers. The left centre defensive mid is my defensive midfielder. I don't want this person going forward. I want them to stay back and almost be a fourth centre back. Well, yeah, a stay back while attacking, cut passing lanes, cover centre. And then on all of these guys, I have them on stay back while attacking. Nothing else is changed there. So that is how I have the formation lined up. That is how I play with it. We're going to go ahead and jump into a game and show you an example of how you guys can use it. The game, the opponent has a very strong team. He does have the Marco Alonso at left mid, which I imagine he's going to be playing a five at the back here, 3 at the back, 5 at the back, one or the other. De Jong, Maradona, Henry in the middle, probably Butra and Fatty up front. I would assume he's going to play a 5 at the back here, and if he does, this can be a really good example of how to use this formation against a 5 at the back as well. So when I kick off, I do always want to be paying attention to how does their team line up, right? I'm looking at the mini-map now. I can still see 4 defenders. Now it should start to take shape a little bit, and we can start to see it transitioning over. So it looks like he is playing a 4 at the back. He's got the Luke Shaw in at left back. He's got the Marcus Alonso in left CDM, along with De Jong. So it looks like a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, actually. That's kind of what it looks like. So we just need to keep that in mind as I do give the ball away, obviously, just as I'm talking away. And we're just going to pull the centre mid back here. Watch that through ball. PK, there we are. So you can just see I used the right stick switch to go ahead and switch there and track that through ball. I wanted to pull the centre mid back, which is the right thing to do. You need to track the through balls, though. If there is a through ball, make sure you're always being aware of it. So we're just going to move the ball around here. As I said, we can use this in a possession style base. We can use it in a one-touch pass, tick-attacker, lay that ball into there. We'll go for the ball roll, smash that near post, and he's just offside. He missed it anyway. He did move the keeper. Now, what do? We make a mental note of that. He moved the keeper in the first instance that he got there. So now we need to be mindful of that when we get in on goal. Again, Marcelo, thought he would have got to that. We're going to pull that Marcelo back if we can. Didn't come out with that, unfortunately. Cover that pass to the striker. We're going to have to switch now. Don't be too aggressive. Just track that 1-2. So he's gone for 1-1-2 now. He may be a player that loves a 1-2. So we just need to make sure we're not too aggressive in those 1-2 areas. We're going to get this ball out to the right-hand side if we can. We'll lay that out to there. Go straight out to the right mid. And then we're just going to look for that little 1-2 with Fekir. We'll turn back in. Lay that ball into there. And look at the space we've got in the middle now. Now we can be a bit aggressive. Try and see if we can get up against his centre-backs. We can lay that ball into Isaac. A first-time fake shot. A little bit too heavy from Isaac. Keep the pressure on. And unfortunately, goes out for a goal kick. Little break there. Let's quickly just go and shut the blind. Getting a bit sunny in here. We're going to come out with Navas and track that ball there in the middle. Watch that Henry. He's got the finesse shot, obviously. Keep an eye on that, which we can. Butra, he hasn't really got the skill moves to worry about here. We can be aggressive there. The De Jong took a heavy touch, so we can go in and take that ball off him. We'll go for a little first-time fake shot just to try and evade that challenge. We've got the ball out on the right-hand side. Spread the play. You're going to have plenty of time. I possibly could have gone for that ball then. I'm going to go for an LBX to the back stick. Carrasco on the header nearly gets on the end of that. I've been trying with this formation and the way I've got this team kind of set up to use the Isaac's height, you know. He offers a lot in terms of trying to head that ball down, which players don't really expect. So if you've got someone like that, because you are going to get a lot of time out on the wing with the stay wide on the instructions, don't be afraid to look for a little dink ball to the back stick with the LBX L1 square on PlayStation. Just going to keep moving it around. First time passes here. We'll lay that ball in. Can we try and beat that man? We've got Coutinho there. We'll go for a little scoop. He does defend that really well, actually. Marcelo picks that up there. We've got a lot of time in the middle here. We'll lay that pass in. Go for a little fake shot. Smash that with Isaac. And that is a comfortable save. That's a bit of a disappointment in that finish, but a good little use. As I said, we're getting a lot of room in the middle of the pitch at the minute. Using the width, coming back into the middle is working really, really well here. Can we find that pass? We can. And we skill past him. Little reverse elastico. Little there. RBA, back stick. And Carrasco does find the back of the net. For the use of the RBA there, R1X on PlayStation, drilling it across the face of goal. It's not giving the opponent chance to get a foot in, for the goalkeeper to come and claim or anything. I'm going to go team press here. Down on left on the D-pad. I think he's kind of ruined himself, yeah. The way he shifted that ball out, I don't like people unnecessarily switching the ball to their fullbacks, right? It puts you under immediate pressure. Oh, unlucky. I wanted to go for a McGeady spin there, but I messed that up. It puts you under immediate pressure. So as soon as he did that, I did down and left on the D-pad, put the team press on. Like I'm going to do it now. He's got out of that really, really well. Can I still pressure him? No. So now I'm going to turn it off. Just track there. Easy peasy. And lay that straight up. We've got the man in the middle. Again, we've got loads of room out here. Can you just see how much room we're having on the right-hand side? He's playing narrow here, right? So we literally have got all the time in the world to find these passes and do what we want. I can go for an RBXX to the back stick. And Coutinho is going to be there to slot that one into the back of the net. So an RBXX is R1 square on PlayStation. Don't mean to do that dance, sorry. The way that works is it's a driven curved cross. It's going to keep it about knee height for the defenders. But on FIFA 21, using that sort of cross or using a double tap pass or anything that's kind of knee height makes it really difficult for the opponent's defenders to actually intercept. That's why the double tap passes are so good. They don't really lock onto the ball, right? Which is why you can use them and kind of get them into your locker. So we're just going to move the ball around now. We've got the pass into there. Probably go for a directional nutmeg here. And we can hit that across goal. And one thing that I always teach you guys, and I hope you remember, is that once you do a skill move, if you have an opportunity to shoot, shoot. The game rewards you in a very weird way for doing a skill move and shooting like straight after the skill move when logical, you know? Make sure you don't do it during the animation of the skill move. It's got to be after. So there, we did the direction of nutmeg. If I shoot straight away, it seems to be the chances of it going in is higher. Don't ask me why. I don't know why, but it does. All right. So just make a mental note of that and apply that into your game. So we use a directional nutmeg. One thing that you may have noticed, I said I was going to do the directional nutmeg before I did it. Any good player will always have... Oh, good block. Any good player will always be thinking about what they're going to do. Like here, I'm just thinking, just head it down. RBA, power header, nice. Keeps it into the ground. They're always thinking about what they're going to do before they actually do it. They're trying to plan their attack, plan what's the logical thing to do, right? Instead of just getting the ball and then going, oh, what should I do? And then it's too late. You have to know, in this instance, the way that defender's going to turn, the way I'm going to turn, the direction of nutmeg is going to work really well. I'm just going to trap back with Fekir here. He's probably going to look for that Henry. He decided to go inwards, actually, which was quite nice of him. He nearly did me there. Just trying to think about, again, his logical thing. So Marcelo, take a little heal to heal out. That was a bit unfortunate. Probably wasn't needed. So now there's a big gap in the middle. He's going to get straight up against the centre-back. So I just need to not really make a mistake. Try and keep the main goal side, which I've done. And we can lay that out. Thank you very much. And that is half-time. So a good half from us there. I'm very, very happy with that. Using the 3-5-2 really well. As I said, we're using the left mid. We're using the right mid. And we're doing good. At the time of recording this, we are 8-2. And this is done on the Friday evening. Just before the 6 PM content, actually. So the level that we're playing at here, technically, is 8 form. On a Friday, this player should really be gold 1 and above. And he's in the 4-2-3-1. I'm not sure if he changed into that, actually. But either way, we've used the width really well, and we've used the 3-5-2 really well. Now, I do have some good subs to come on if I want to. I have the choice of Rashford, team of the season, Ronaldo, and all that sort of stuff. One thing I would advise you when you are using the 3-5-2 to have good subs on the bench, all right? You want to make sure that you've got a good left mid and a good right mid available to come on in case they do drain their stamina, because that is going to happen. Your left mid and right mid are coming up and down the pitch all the time. You need to make sure you've got some decent subs on there. So if you want to, you can do that. So consistent half for us so far. If you were playing this game, what would you be doing right now? A good thing to do would be to change maybe from the press on possession loss and change back to balanced. We're winning 3-0. We probably don't need to take that risk. We can be a little bit more passive. At the same time, you may want to go with the opposite mentality and go, oh, I did not mean to do that, actually. I tried to play a switch then and I messed up. You may want to go to the opposite way and go, you know what? No, I want more goals. I want to put him to bed. I want to make it 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, whatever it may be. I made a mistake there. I tried to right stick switch, and as I moved my right stick switch over, I pressed the slide tackle button. which was an error on my end. We're going to lay that ball out wide, though. We're going to come back in here using the LB just to send the Marcelo. He's not there. What I need to remember now is I can't lose the ball, right? Marcelo's just gone up. I'd have a little bit of a gap down there, but he's giving me all the time in the world. I can roll this back. Marcelo can lay it back into the centre mid. I'm going to go for an RBA up to Isaac, a heel to heel, and then a little fake shot. Ooh, nearly. Trying to use his strength there. Fortunately, didn't really pull off. No need to make a mistake here. Just keep that Navas goal side. We'll trap back with that Fekir. The ball down the line is there. I want to grab my centre mid and pull him back. There's no through ball. Nothing I need to trap just yet. Nothing I need to trap. Bang. Look who's back now. Centre mid is there. Vasquez. He's keeping that gap between the centre backs and the centre mids as narrow as possible. I can just LB switch there. The man closest to the ball. So that if I LB switch, it's always going to change to PK. When you LB switch, L1 switch on PlayStation, what you've got to remember is it's going to change you to the guy that's the closest to the ball, but goal side. So that was always going to change me to PK without a problem. I can lay that ball through the middle there. Oh, unlucky. A little bit of an optimistic pass. It was always probably going to be cut out. So I was debating going on to team press there, but I didn't really see too much of a need. There was a bit of space out on that left-hand side. Fortunately enough for us, his defender gave that away. I'm just going to use a little bit of a skill move here, the scoop turn. I'm not going to go for that double tap pass. I'm going to lay it back. As I said, with a 3-5-2, you're going to have plenty of options. So I'm just going to move this around, lay that into there. Unlucky. Okay, LB. And then we're going to right stick switch. We can be aggressive with that middle centre back because we've still got the Jesus Navas and the Koundé there. We're tracking back with the Vasquez, who's got the pace. Cover with PK. Stand up here. He's not a threat. We don't need to worry. I don't want to grab PK there. I want to grab Marcelo. Pull him back across. He's going to look for that pass. Of course he is. Always going to look for the most dangerous pass on the pitch, aren't they? Which is in the middle. I'm going to go for that through ball. Crazy through ball. Nearly worked. I don't go for them too often, as I said. It's not really my cup of tea. I prefer to try and move the ball around as and where I can properly. But sometimes they do open up and they are available to do. So I'm going to lay that ball back, lay it into there, and then go out to the centre-back. I've got plenty of room out on the left mid. Don't be afraid to look for this ball. It works really well in the 3-5-2 as well. So I'm going to lay that in. Marcelo's going to trigger on a run. He commits with a 1-2. Really easy. RB, XX. And you know why that is? I was trying to cross it into the Isaac and get ready to shoot with the Isaac. So I was aiming at goal, but I thought I'd pressed the cross button already. That's my fault. I didn't aim the stick in the right direction. Keep tracking back with the Vasquez. No need to grab the centre-back just yet. Now we can switch there. Switch with the Marcelo. Cover the most dangerous pass into the striker, which is that one. Doing our best to make it difficult for him to get into any key position. LB switch. Stand up. It's PKV Maradona. Maradona's going to want to get that on the left foot every single time. We can go for a little over-the-top through ball. Use that LBYY. You'll see a video on that over the weekend as well, which is a really strong over-the-top through ball, which you'll see and how that works. Just bait the goalkeeper in for a penalty. I just wanted to turn back, actually, and find the pass there. Normally, when I'm streaming over on Twitch, I ask the chat, where do I want to go? So, because they're not here, I'm just going to go bottom left. Green time it. Don't green time it. Why not? But either way, get the penalty. Now is the definite logical thing to go. Press on possession loss, off. And you may want to lower that depth by 1 or 2 and go to, 4 depth or something. That way, you're a little bit more solid, a little bit further. You may want to bring the Coutinho, the centre attacking mid, onto balance instead of on stay forward, because you know that the strikers and the centre attacking mid are always on stay forward. Yes, they're there for the counter. We don't really need to score any more goals now. We're happy to see this game out should we wish to. We'll lay that ball into feet. Coutinho's making that run. He's tracking that run, so we can lay that into Isaac. We'll lay that out to there, lovely. RB, XX, back stick. I can't get my crosses right here, can I? Absolutely messing it up. I do like those crosses at the minute, though. They do find me a little bit of joy. I'm not going to commit here. I'm more worried about his Koundé and his Henry like that. And then we can lay that out. Thank you very much. Take your time here. Just take a touch. No sprint. And then we can come out. Acuna just a sprint away. Now we're going to stop sprinting. Ball roll away from him. Evade that challenge. Constantly trying to keep the ball away from the defender, right? LBYY over to the top. Look at that pinpoint. Absolute pinpoint pass. Going to come back. Use a little bit of left stick dribbling. Lay that ball into feet. Lovely. Absolutely fantastic. That is exactly what we're looking for. And that is a really good goal. Good finish from Isaac. Using the first time fake shot to our advantage as well. Always discuss the first time fake shot and tell you guys how it can be used in your game to just evade challenges, to catch the defender out and everything as well. But another good use for the LBYY. I'll do another one here. LBYY. Is it going to stay in? I'll be surprised if it does. No, it just about goes out. Acuna. Nearly though. Nearly. 5-1. The game is pretty much done and dusted now. we're very happy with how this performance has gone. We'll lay that ball in. Coutinho. This is a good time, by the way. I'm trying to practice the reverse elastico, right? Which is why I tried to use it there. This is a good time when you are winning comfortably. You know, it's the 83rd minute. It's 5-1. I really doubt this guy's going to pull this game back now. To try maybe some skill moves. Try something that, you know, you're trying to learn. You're trying to get into your game without being a detriment to your performance. So skill moves specifically are a good example. Because occasionally you will get through. Good save from the fourth. I thought maybe he'd come back onto the right foot there. I suppose with Maradona, the logical thing to do is just shoot. Offside trap here. The ball's gone out. We want to try and get the boys up. I did it too quick, though, so it didn't go. I want to go back to the goalkeeper here. 88th minute. Just taking a look on the clock. Taking a look on the map. Seeing what we've got on. We can take our time here. PK is really good on the ball, actually. I like him in that sense. I think he's pretty decent. I can lay that ball out there. Go for a little double tap. I thought the Marcus Alonso may have covered that. I'll lay that one back in. Go for a roulette. Or a little reverse elastico. I didn't mean to do that. See, that's when I tried to do the roulette and I ended up coming out with the reverse elastico. But either way, GG to the opponent. That was, I think, a good use of the 3-5-2. You saw it in its advantages. You saw it in its weaknesses as well, where it can be caught out on the counter quite well. But we managed to defend with it. We didn't panic. We didn't dive in. We didn't make any mistakes or anything like that. And I'm very happy with that on that front. So GG to the opponent. As I said, that was a good exam. And as I said, so that now puts us 9-2, I believe, remember correctly. 9 wins, and we have 19 games remaining. Yeah, so 9-2 on a Friday. You know, that's most people tend to play just a 10 on Friday at that sort of time. That's against a fairly decent opponent. So very happy with that. Listen, guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you find it helpful, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I do want to thank you all very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section and how you are getting on this weekend. And I will speak to you guys soon. Bye-bye.